trying, will somebody make us shut up about it? Can we settle down,
Welcome back to the Tube Station podcast.
Welcome.
If you're watching on YouTube, you can see that we've made a change to the branding. And change to the branding, we have to credit our boy, Brandon Sickles. Great upcoming artist. He honestly does a lot of cool stuff.
He does crazy shit, and I'm pretty sure he does it all on an iPad, right?
Right.
So
He's just really talented. Go follow him on Instagram at sickles.art. That's sickles.art. If you want to see some of the cool stuff he's doing, and thank you again for the new logo.
yeah, we just wanted to get into a few quick things before we start the show. We appreciate all the support we've been getting, but about 80% of our listeners are not subscribed right now, and it's bothering us. So whether you're listening on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, whatever the hell it is, just click the button. Hit us with the subscribe. It lets us know that you're listening, that you're there.
It's completely free to subscribe.
Yeah, you just click a button. And Insta Tube Station Pod, Twitter Tube Station, the Tube Station. I'm sorry. But yeah, just tap the subscribe button. It's right in the bottom right corner right now. If you're watching on YouTube, just tap it.
And we, again, thank you for your support. This episode is actually sponsored. This
Ooh.
episode is sponsored by Step Bros Services. For all listeners in the greater Pittsburgh area, are you procrastinating that summer job around the house? Step Bros Services has you covered. Whether it's mulching, painting, grass cutting, and more, Step Bros will do it.
Email stepbroservices@gmail.com or call 412-996-1414 for a free estimate.
And with that, we will get right into it. You've probably seen the title of this episode already. We are talking relationships.
Yes, lots to talk about today.
As two single guys, I feel like we're pretty qualified to be talking about relationships completely unbiased. We've both been in them. And honestly, we just have a lot to say about them because they're all around us, really, with our friends, family, and on TV. You see all this shit. Relationships are really the basis of what society is all about. I mean, with quarantine going on, people are really just pissed. I mean, social distancing, that's what it's all about. But today we're talking about actual relationships, the boyfriend, girlfriend, the husband, wife, everything that has to do with it. And we have some thoughts.
So, I mean, we got a lot of things jotted down here. I mean, there's no specific order you can talk about this stuff. It's all kind of just little pointers. So, I don't know. The one thing is, like one of my big pet peeves, at least. I don't think it doesn't bother everybody, but I think it bothers a lot of people. It's PDA.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, when you get couples who are just, like, constantly touching and, like, you can just, they never separate. They're like Siamese twins. It makes everybody uncomfortable, so just don't do it.
You know what's kind of messed up, too, is when I see, like, bad PDA, not even bad, like, average to moderate PDA or worse, I automatically, like, lose respect for that couple almost. Like, not even them individually as people, but them, the idea of them dating or being together, like, I'm just like, oh, you guys are, like, a joke. Like you can't just, like, be normal people around each other in a public place. Like, you really can't just act.
I guess sometimes it could be part of, like, a honeymoon phase.
Right, which to me just shows like kind of immaturity to an extent.
Yeah, but when you first start dating someone, you're just like, I can't remember the way you said it when we were texting about it earlier, but like you're like blinded with like infatuation, pretty much. Like
Exactly.
like that's all you all you see is just like the good.
Mm-hmm.
And with PDA, I think it kind of links to the fucking phase, which is like usually the starting phase of every relationship, which is where you'll be hanging out with your group of friends or whoever it is, and you notice like whoever just started dating somebody, like they're not really around very much.
No.
Like,
They're
never
always off
around.
somewhere.
Yeah, they're always off, and that's the fucking phase because they're pretty much just banging it out for a few months, or even longer sometimes,
Right.
until it just becomes like an actual stable relationship, and not just.
And for the record, that part we're not criticizing at all. Like that's kind of just natural almost.
That's normal.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like
it's great.
in terms of the physical like attraction you have for one another when you first start dating, I mean that's just totally natural in my opinion. But for us it's like in public, like if you can't just be like a normal human being together, then that's where I draw the line. Almost.
What else do we have?
So another thing with relationships that kind of gets to me are when you're in one, when you're physically in one, like those pointless ass fights that you like get into. It's just crazy that like when you're actually in the relationship, you can't like see past that. But like an outsider like looking at it, you're just like, why are you fighting about like him going to like a party? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's always some dumb shit.
Yeah. Like you really aren't gonna let your boyfriend go to a party without you. Like really.
There's definitely many relationships that I've seen where one or both are just like super possessive.
Yeah.
To the point where it's like unhealthy.
100%.
Like they can't be away from each other and like they can't stop texting or whatever it is. At a certain point, it can become unhealthy for sure and like a toxic relationship.
That's another thing. You might be able to relate to this, but like I feel like if I get into my next relationship, I won't need to like text them like 24/7. Like maybe like a call once a day. Like I'm saying if you're not like living with them or like, you know, with them every day. If it's purely just like over the phone stuff, like I feel like in high school and even college, like you got to be like texting constantly.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I just don't see myself doing that. Like I don't see myself like needing to know what you're doing all the time. I don't know. I just feel like I like being an individual.
It's tough to say till you're there,
right.
You know?
Exactly. I feel like I sound ridiculous to like actual couples, but
because now like you might look at it and just be like, obviously like that's not gonna happen. But then once you're in that situation, then you have like that whole clouded mindset and everything.
That's another thing is our mindsets right now are crystal clear.
Crystal clear.
Crystal. We are not blinded by any female in our lives right now.
Because, I mean, relationships are great, but it's gotta be the right one. Like realistically, I can think of like one or like two friends that I have that their significant other is like actually solid for them and like there's no problems.
It's honestly not even anything against the other significant others of friends we have, but it's just like you're not there yet. Like we see you in these like almost like they're in the first few phases that we've already mentioned. They're either like in the clapping phase or they're in the PDA phase or they're in the phase where these people like I don't know. I'm just not used to seeing them like with another person, and I'm just like I need to like kind of see it more almost to like have that newfound respect for it that I have for like some of our friends' relationships. Like you said, like definitely it has to do with the fact that the other person is cool that we don't know. But when they're together, like you can even see like, oh, they're just like fucking chilling. Like they're normal people. Like they're meant to be friends. They're meant to be more than friends. And they're kind of just vibing.
And like what I really like, not like, but what's like satisfying to me is when you're at like a party or a bar or whatever it is, and there's like a couple that can like split up and just do their own
Oh
thing.
my God, I relate so hard to that.
Because like you'll get the couples that it's fucking glue the whole time. Like you never see them separate. Like even sometimes like bathroom trips, like they're escorting one another.
Oh, 100%.
But then there's other couples where like as soon as they walk in the door, maybe one of them literally knows nobody at the party, but within like 5 or 10 minutes, they're off talking to the girls or they're off talking to the guys, and it's just like cool. Like they can do their own thing without having to hover over each other 24/7.
Dude, with so many different like girlfriends of my friends, I've like talked to them one-on-one for like over 30 minutes straight. And it honestly just like
Just like
switches
the
in my
dr- the
mind that
drunk
I'm just like, holy
conversations at
shit, like
parties.
you're just like super great. And like, I'm so glad you're dating my friend. Like, this is awesome.
Like I approve.
Right. But then the flip side.
Yeah, there's definitely more than not. They're shitty.
Oh, yeah.
Like probably 70 or 80% of the time they're shitty.
One of my good friends, this kind
But
of
also
connects.
like we have to remember that we're young. So like at this point, the percentage of like someone finding a boyfriend or girlfriend at like 21 that they're going to spend the rest of their life with, it's pretty low.
Oh, so low. And also, like, you got to think at this age specifically that we're at, I'm 22, you're about to be 21 in a couple days.
Thank fuck.
Shout out for that. I feel like the spectrum of kind of relationship maturity that people our age are, like, you're either like on one side or the complete other side. Like, I feel like we're on one side, and there are so many people we are best friends with that are on the complete other side. Like, I have no idea what the fuck we're talking about.
Absolutely.
And that kind of connects to what I was going to say with, like, the whole, like, I feel like I wouldn't be texting or calling every day, maybe. What's your stance on long-distance relationships? And you can break it down distance. I mean, distance matters in a long-distance relationship, for sure.
Yeah, so I have like some experience with this, I guess. So like I feel like if you have the Jim Pam while Pam's in art school relationship, it can work. Because you're like an hour or two away, see each other at least once a week, you make it work. But if you're across the country or across the world, in my situation,
It's just not realistic.
yeah, all you can talk and you can FaceTime and you can call as much as you want, but if you're not actually with the person, it can only really last so long, I feel like.
Honestly,
Unless you have something really solid established and then it has to break into a long distance relationship for a certain amount of time, then
That's
I think
different,
it can last.
that's different for sure.
But even then I think it's hard.
No, 100%.
But if you like meet somebody or whatever and go into a relationship and then immediately it becomes long distance, the chances are pretty low, I feel like.
Honestly, I think I might be on a different side of the argument than you, because I'm just like always anti long distance relationship. Like, even if it's, I mean, in the past week alone, I've talked to people that one is talking to a dude in England, a girl, and the other is my guy friend.
What? Why?
Whose girlfriend,
Wait, why? Like, what's gonna happen there?
who knows?
Well, you know what?
I mean, he's been to America
I
too.
take that
like,
back, bro, because my cousin, he travels all around the world, and he has this girl from Japan, and like they're not dating, but when she's here, they're like they're dating kind of, like they just like talk on and off for like years now, like 5+ years, and they're real good friends, like she knows like our family and like he knows her family from going to Japan and stuff. But like once they go back and do their own thing, then they just do their own thing. Like it's not a big deal. So like I don't even know if you could call that a long distance relationship.
I think you can.
Because like I don't think
you
either
can.
of them have like a significant other, but
Besides
like,
themselves.
but
So it's like they're
besides
either
each other,
single or they're together.
Exactly.
It's not like they're either with someone or with someone
That's
else.
what it seems like. But like 90% of the time, they're like not together. So they're kind of just like doing their own thing. If they meet somebody, they meet somebody.
Yeah.
But
See, that's
when they're
kind of
together,
like, that's
they're
a whole
like
nother,
they get along really well, and like you could see them being together forever.
that's a whole nother level of maturity. I feel like that's something I'm not even at yet.
It is. That's crazy. Yeah.
I can't even like see that being realistic.
I know, but props to them because
Yeah.
like I guess it works for them.
But anyways, the flip side of the long distance, like the girl talking to the guy from England. And then one of my best friends here has a girlfriend who lives an hour, maybe 2 away. And they've been dating for like years. And they've been doing this long distance thing for like over a year, I'm pretty sure. And they're still together. And I'm just like, I mean, not even that. It's just like, what's the point of staying together if you could go over a year without like being together, you know? And this is by choice, by the way.
Shit, man. Love is love, man.
I just don't get it, and I just don't see like why you would do that to yourself.
But
and
like,
why
if
would
you
do
were
that to each
dating,
other.
if you were dating a chick, and she had to like move away for a year, would you just be like, "We can't do it. Sorry. Like, it's it. That's it."
Well, now we're getting into a whole other thing. It's kind of like if it's meant to be, it'll be, and like the whole like you see the gay ass tweet at least 3 times a week that's on Twitter. That's like
You can't say gay anymore.
there's always a what is it? Right person, wrong time. I see that one at least 3 times a week on Twitter.
God, no. Well,
Well,
no.
I mean, I'm not
I don't
roasting the
believe
idea,
in,
but
I don't
I'm
believe
really,
in fate. I don't think.
really.
No.
I don't know if I do.
Like, I don't think I do because, like, if you believe in fate, does that mean like
No, you
my
can,
fate was to like get married and like think that I was in love, but then my wife cheats on me and like takes half my shit, and then like my life is miserable forever.
right, but if you
Is
believe
that
in fate, then there'd always be like but I'm gonna meet someone else and then remarry, and then
and
they're
they
gonna be
were
the
the
one.
true
Yeah,
one
exactly.
the whole
and
time.
they're gonna be the one.
I guess.
That's what I think. If you truly believed in fate, like that's what you would.
But
in
then you
that
could have.
specific
But
situation.
then your fate could just be to die alone,
Exactly.
right?
It could. But if you believe in fate, you're constantly living life being like, oh, at any moment I could meet someone and they could be the one.
I don't believe it though.
See, the problem is I want to, and this
I
kind of
can't-
connects, dude, this kind of connects to what I had written down here with like Snapchat, stuff like Tinder, like eHarmony. Like, I hope it
eHarmony.
never gets to that for me because, like, if I'm like artificially creating a relationship through an app, then you can't believe in fate at that point. If you meet someone on Tinder and end up marrying them, no matter if you're married for the rest of your lives, like it's like
I was gonna
you
s-
didn't like fate didn't match you together.
I was gonna say something like that, but there's always the reverse that like fate is over everything. So
Right.
like technology, like
right, but I believe
our fate was to use technology to find our lovers or whatever.
Exactly.
Like, so you can always go back to that because I was thinking about like when you said, somebody who's like talking to a guy in England. So like I'm confident that if I stay in America, like I'll find somebody like to spend the rest of my life with. But I'm equally confident that if I move to Italy or England or
you'll
Germany,
meet someone.
I'm gonna find somebody that I want to spend the rest of my life with.
Exactly.
So
But
I'm
that's the
sure
thing.
there's like a good 10,000 people who are like absolutely perfect for me. I just have to find them.
Right. But the chances of that are even low, even though there's probably 10,000 people. Because you got to think, if you believe in fate, like what are the chances you even meet one of those people in your entire life? Every decision you make.
Well,
would
if
lead
you
to
believe in
possibly-
fate, then you would meet one of them, right?
Well, I mean, you can't control
Is
your
fate
fate.
always
you can't
good?
Control, no, because you can't control your fate. The fate is just the fact that it's uncontrollable. The person you end up being with or not being with, maybe you're alone forever, like you said. If you believe in fate, it's just like whatever I do in my life, I might as well not even try. Like I might as well not even get on eHarmony. I might as well not even swipe right on anyone on Tinder because like that's not fate. Like, I'm artificializing it. If I just live my life and just go about my life, care about myself, you know, have a good time,
But
be
everyday
social.
decisions are your life.
Exactly. But I'm saying specific to relationships.
Oh,
like,
okay.
like obviously going to work, like you have to make that decision, but that you're not going to meet someone. Or maybe, you
But
know,
no,
maybe there's
you
that
will.
meet, right?
Like,
maybe
that
there's,
happens all the time.
Maybe there's a meeting at work with another company. You're merging with them. Boom, there's an executive there. She's a dime. Boom, get her number. Maybe not even getting her number because that would be ruining fate as well. Maybe you just go to a bar the same night. She's there, just so happens to be there.
Yep.
You meet her there. You're like, hey, were you in the meeting? She's just like, fuck yeah, I was in the meeting. You're like, holy shit, you're chill as fuck. You just swore. Then all of a sudden you start talking. You buy her a drink, and then all of a sudden you go home with her, get her number. That's fate.
Boom. What are your thoughts on flirting while dating?
Flirting while dating is actually really interesting because I think it completely depends on the type of person you are. Like, if you're the type of person that would cheat, then flirting while dating is absolutely not okay. But if you're the person who, like, under no circumstance, 10 models naked in your bed, you wouldn't touch them because you're married, like, then you can, like, flirt freely, right? Because it's okay, because that's your release, you know, because it's okay to flirt. So honestly, I would say my stance on flirting while dating is I'm for it.
Yeah, it's harmless, I think.
Right. But it can be harmful.
It can be harmful. No physical.
No, absolutely not.
No touching. I experienced this recently. I was doing something and I met somebody, kind of vibing. She was like, not like nothing crazy, but just like touching me, like grabbing my arms and like hugging me and shit. And then later on, just like casually, like, yeah, like
My boyfriend.
my boyfriend like loves this song, and I was like, what? I'm like,
how it goes.
I was like, shit, like I don't trust you now.
That's always how it goes.
But
Right, but if she
you're just
wasn't,
talking,
if she wasn't right, if she had no intention of like doing anything with you, was just trying to like get your attention, basically.
Yeah. But even I guess
still-
even that's like harmless as long as you're not like.
But this is where again technology just fucking everything. What do you think about like Snapchatting other dudes if you are dating someone? Or I mean, dudes or girls, yeah, just Snapchatting.
Well, I think if they're your friends, it's cool. But if they're not, there's no reason that you should
Well,
be
I mean,
Snapchatting.
define friends though, right?
Like
Good friends.
good friends,
right?
Like people that
Same.
you hang out with, like semi-regularly.
Right.
So like not somebody that like you see like oh shit, I haven't seen him in like a year or two.
Or like, yeah, we hooked up one night at college,
Oh,
and now we Snapchat.
if you hooked up ever, no.
Oh, really?
No, yeah.
Really?
So like you would let your girl
No,
talk to dudes that
No, I agree. with
they
you.
already hooked up with?
No, I agree with you.
Well, I mean,
I'm just saying.
it depends on the context
That's
of the
totally
hookup, I guess.
What if it's like
There's a lot of
best friend?
ifs and
Okay, best friend for 2+ years, maybe 2 to 4 years. Like, just say this is a college situation. Senior in college, you have a girlfriend, you just started dating. She hooked up with a dude freshman year. They've been friends ever since. They hooked up like once or twice, maybe, like a handful of times.
I need to feel him out.
What kind of a dude
can-
is he?
yeah,
Like, is he still trying to scheme?
Yeah, I can't give you like a yes or no answer.
Right.
But at the same time, like
At the same time, why do you need to Snapchat that guy?
That's
kind of the flip
yeah,
side.
there's no reason to Snapchat. There's no reason to Snapchat anybody, really. Like fucking 90% of my Snapchats are like conversations, like funny shit, like I don't know, like a video of something funny. But
Oh, I'm still stuck in like the terrible Snapchat
no,
phase where like I'm
literally
snapping just
everybody I
faces.
know just face send. Like
No, I hate it.
what are you doing?
I'm still in it, but I hate it. I want to get out.
I don't have any streaks. I don't
See,
do any of that shit.
right.
People are like, I have a 7,000 day streak. I'm like,
Bet.
what?
Yeah.
Did streaks even exist when 7,000 days ago?
Dude, I want to get out of this Snapchat phase where I'm just sending face. Like I
I
literally
don't do that.
I've had a Snapchat like I have like 7 unopened right now from like 8
got
hours
something to
ago.
bring up.
And I hate it. What do you have to say?
So do you ever it's not even like just Tinder chicks, it's just like any chick. They refuse to show face on Snapchat.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it it bothers me so much.
You'd have to be such a simp to Snapchat a girl who doesn't show face.
Like, dude,
Like, what's the point?
like you Snapchat them and you'll be like, hey, like, what's up? And then they like swipe and like text back, like, what's up? Or they just
no,
like, they
swipe
send
and-
like hair and
That's
shoulder.
worse. Sending hair and shoulder is worse than just a text back, I think. Like,
Yeah,
the whole,
it's well, it's got to be an insecurity thing. And like, I feel bad because
I think it's either that or it's
what
either
is
the
it?
complete opposite. Like, the
Do you
girl
think
thinks
it's, like-
she's so hot that, like, you don't even deserve to see her face. Like, she's
That?
talking to you out of pity.
or maybe it's like no makeup, doesn't want to show.
Right. I think it's one or the other.
face.
It's either insecurity or the complete opposite.
But like, we're lucky that we don't wear makeup. Because like what we got is what we got. And
Right.
like there's like, I mean, you could be insecure about the way you look, but it's not like we ever have to worry about like
I mean, I agree
looking
with
like
you.
great or like shitty. We always look the same.
I agree with you, but on the flip side, think if dudes wore makeup, probably more dudes would be more attractive in the eyes of girls. Because like imagine girls never wearing makeup, there'd be so much less hot girls.
But would our standard, it's all societal.
Oh, true.
If makeup never existed
Right,
and
because
some
guys-
bitch put on makeup, or we'd be like, you're a fucking clown. You look
Exactly.
terrible.
Yeah. That is true because I'm sure girls don't see guys right now like, damn, there's a lot of hot guys, but imagine how many
just
hot
put a
guys
little
there would be.
little
Imagine how
eyeshadow,
many hot
little
guys there would
lipstick.
be if he wore makeup. Right.
But I don't know, because like TV,
Right. They wear makeup.
they wear
but
makeup.
Not a lot.
They look better. That's what I'm saying. Just enough to look
Exactly.
good.
Okay, so
Blemishes, maybe a little color to the lips.
it could be either way. All right. Cheating.
Fuck.
Never okay. Like, why would you cheat on another person?
Like
you're
maybe it
just
should be
literally-
illegal.
I think you should be required to maybe just go to like therapy.
Because like the emotional and like mental destruction that can cause.
First of all, is there ever an excuse to cheating that's okay? Like, why do people even be like, no, it's fine, like we were drunk? Like, no, I'm sorry, like we were.
There's probably
Just
there's
vibe,
probably
like-
a good excuse for cheating.
Dude, there's not a single one. Literally, unless there was a gun to my head and she said, fuck me.
Okay. If you were in a relationship, your girlfriend goes to LA with her girlfriends. She runs into Brad Pitt.
I'd be cool with it. But
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
approved cheating. Oh, you're saying, but she just does it without asking you, and then retrospectively you find out.
No. Well, whatever. I mean, it would be amazing if she called and said, I'm with Brad Pitt. Can he fuck me? I'd be like, go for it. Yes.
Yeah.
Because, like, I know he doesn't give a fuck about you. He just wants to pipe and get out of there.
Okay, so we both think that, but what about the retrospect? She does it, and then after she's just
I find out, or she comes back and tells me.
No. She comes back and tells you the next day, like, babe, I have to tell you what happened last night. It's good news and bad news. The bad news is I cheated on you. The good news, you're like freaking out. You're like, fuck you. She's just like, it was Leonardo DiCaprio. You're just like, fuck, that's sick.
Yeah, you got to give it to him because in the same situation, me and the boys go to LA. I leave the wifey back.
Hey, Jennifer Aniston wants
If
to
I
fuck
come,
me.
yeah, if I come back and tell her that I had a three-way with Courtney Cox and Jennifer Aniston, she better not be pissed
Exactly.
because, like the opposite, I would expect her to take up an offer from.
Okay, so that is the
Whoever.
very specific version of cheating that we would approve.
So that is when cheating is approved of. If
that
they're
one
famous.
time.
If they're famous, it's okay.
Fuck, I forget what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something related.
That's probably it. I think cheating should definitely somehow like
Yeah, like
be illegal.
you should be able to file something.
They should bring the government into it.
yeah,
for sure.
officially.
Like when people get divorced, if somebody cheated, does that
Yes.
like play a role
Yes.
in the settlement?
Yes.
Sick.
But you'd have to have obviously the proof of them cheating. So if it's like a one night stand, like at a
It
bar,
never
like you
is.
could be
It
fucked.
never is.
Right. But there's always like that one night stand turns into him texting you.
Once
and
a whore, always
his
a whore.
contact name in my phone is Domino's, and then I use that to like talk to him constantly.
Why'd
Just
you
like, why are
send Domino's a
texting?
picture of your cunt? Tell me that. The one thing you wrote was like best friends with the opposite
Yeah,
sex.
I actually really want to talk about this because I'm just like, I don't know. I think about this decent amount.
Okay, so
If you have a friend, say you've been friends with this person, obviously opposite sex if you're straight or same sex if you're gay.
we should
You've
have
been friends.
we should have had a girl
strictly-
in on this one because like we would have totally different perspectives, I think.
Honestly, I think it depends on the girl. And it depends on the guy too. I think we're unique.
Maybe,
in that
but
we think this.
I think we would fuck pretty much anything. Not anything,
Well,
but
fuck, I'm not talking about fuck.
I know, but that's part of it.
Well, I mean,
Because like there's
no,
girls that I'm
man.
like good friends with that I'd fuck, but like
But you wouldn't date.
no, I'd like consider getting hit by a car before I dated them.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the people you are such good friends with them that like you've thought about, oh, could we like possibly be more than friends? But literally like what's holding you back is like, no, we're such good friends.
I mean that's a thing. It's common probably.
And like who knows if the other person has thought that even one time. Likely they haven't. But
Or they
I
have.
think exactly. Or they have and you're both just keeping it quiet and it's like how many more relationships would stem from one friend? And I'm saying like you've been friends with this person, like you're literally best friends with a person of the opposite sex. Like if one person spoke up, how many relationships would spark from that? I feel like not a lot, to be honest with you.
Like this is a terrible comparison and people are going to be mad at me, but it's like almost like the Me Too movement. Like if one person comes out of the friend zone and like
Right.
and goes for it, other people might see that. It's like mental health awareness.
I didn't know where that was going, but I agree with you now.
More than Me Too, mental health awareness.
Right.
It's like
It's
when a
okay,
celebrity comes
yeah.
out and says it,
Yeah. It's like
it
it's okay.
might help people
Right.
like open up about whatever they're going through. Likewise, maybe if a couple of these chicks or a couple of these dudes hop out of the friend zone and shoot the shot,
and drain it.
and yeah, like Kobe,
Yeah.
rest in peace.
R.I.P.
I mean, it could spark something.
Right. But the flip side of that is that's already happened so many times and people are still just getting
The thing
rejected
is,
left
like-
and right. They're like, fuck.
Dude, that's like if you're gonna do it, you have to like
You
you're
have to
betting
risk
everything. You're
Yes.
betting everything.
I mean, I'll be honest. I've done it before, and I've bricked. I've bricked the shot hard, and I've done it before, and it did work out, and we're still kind of friends, but it's never the same, or it completely falls apart. You never talk to them again. Which,
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's sad because I don't know which option's better. Would you rather stay friends and it's never the same, or just stop altogether? I'd honestly.
I mean, if that's like the person, then you should probably just cut them off, or else you're just probably torturing yourself.
Oh, exactly.
But
But if you were
If
just
it's-
kind of, it was
yeah.
just like an impulse.
Yeah.
Like,
And, like-
should we try it? No. Okay, bet.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. Fuck. What was I thinking?
and you can always rebound and reshoot that shot.
With the same person?
Yes,
Or would you pass it and then
dude,
have them shoot the
persistence,
shot?
dog, persistence.
I don't think you can shoot your shot twice with a best friend.
Maybe.
But maybe they all of a sudden they check into the game, they shoot the shot back. You're not even ready for it. You're like, holy fuck, she just shot that and it went in. Okay. Then what?
Yeah, but I don't know. It could like spark something. So like, say you shoot the
True.
shot, air ball, time goes by.
Right, and it
like,
sparked something in her
yes.
brain. She's like, wait, hold on. I didn't even know he was thinking that.
Yeah.
I don't want that now, but now I'm thinking about it.
And like,
now,
oh shit, wait, do I maybe feel the same way? Is that possible?
I've been single for 7 years. Is this why? And then
I
you
bet he
start
doesn't even
thinking-
like me anymore.
Right.
It's like that was a year ago.
And then, dude,
And then, Kobe!
first of all, this is like every like rom-com ever. Like literally every single one.
I know.
We're just talking about it. But yeah, I mean,
Whoever
realistically,
That dick who wrote the Notebook is sitting there just jotting everything down right
basically the point of this segment was if you have a best friend that you possibly want to date,
now. Kobe it.
just shoot your shot, bro.
shoot it, dog.
Just Kobe it. Maybe you hit it. Maybe you.
I don't
I was
like,
gonna say a fucked up metaphor right there, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
But okay, the last point. Breaking up with someone, specifically like after it happens. Like we're not talking about like the actual act of breaking up with someone. We're saying like how exes go about things. And again, I'm going to add an exception to this. If you cheated, like we're not talking about you. Like if you're cheated, fuck you, dude. Like or fuck her. Like whoever cheated, you should never have a relationship with that person again. Like they just absolutely they betrayed you basically as hard as you can betray someone without like killing a member of their family.
I mean, yeah. It's like murder, rape, kidnapping, cheating.
True. Any like class A crime is
Yeah.
the only thing that's above cheating in terms of betrayal.
Cheating's maybe worse than armed robbery.
If
Because in most situations,
if your girlfriend
as long as
robbed your
nobody's hurt,
house,
as long as nobody's hurt,
I'd be like, is there a good reason? Like
Insurance,
I'd
dude.
ask exactly.
there's insurance in like every situation.
Listen, maybe it was a smart move financially for you.
Oh, just extremely quick.
Right.
Super off topic. There's this dude, Larry Lawton. I watch him on YouTube all the time now. He is the #1 jewel thief in American history, and he makes all these crazy YouTube videos. And Jesus, I can't remember how I was going to tie this in now.
About class A felonies or something.
Fuck it. Watch him. It's cool. I forget what I was going to say, though. Damn it.
You'll remember. But
All right.
anyways, back to the point. If you cheated on your significant other, stop listening. I'm talking about if you have an ex that you just broke up, like things just didn't work out. Maybe it was anything we covered, long distance, you know, a stupid fight that ended things. I just named one thing.
Yeah, I was
like
gonna say,
that's
that's
it.
pretty much it.
Stupid fight or a real fight, you know, something that actually happened that is serious and like it just, you guys just like didn't connect on it. I honestly feel like you should always be friends with that person because there was obviously something that like
Worked.
obviously this could like
something worked.
and this could tie into fate. Like if you believe in fate, then for sure you should be on my side with this because like there's a reason you dated that person and there's also a reason you're not going to end up with that person in the end. But like that doesn't mean you can't like still, I don't know, there was obviously a reason you were dating them. Like there's something you guys have that you don't have with other friends that you're just girlfriends with.
Yeah, if cheating's not involved, it seems like.
It just always seems like if
But the
you
thing
hate
is,
your
a lot of
ex-
times in relationships, like probably 90% of the time, the breakup isn't mutual. So like one person is always gonna like want the other person back. Not
True.
always, but a lot of times.
True, you're right. But I guess in the select scenario when you're both like
It's
past
just
it
like
already,
yeah.
then like I honestly believe like
Well, time
exes
heals-
can be friends.
Time heals everything too, so it's not like
Right.
your life's gonna get like stuck on one person.
And you're constantly maturing every day. Like you're growing, you're learning new things about yourself, about the world, about how society works. So yeah, I think in this one specific part of society, I think that exes can be friends in certain scenarios because like there's obviously something that you guys connect on that no one else can match, you know? And maybe never again until you meet your wife. But then how fucked up would it be if like they didn't have like that one connection you have? And then like there's this movie where this dude like marries a chick, has a kid, and names his kid the name of his ex. because like he still loves his ex. Not like in love with her, but like, you know, he still has like feelings for his ex.
That'd be weird.
Fucked.
Like being the ex on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like having like a real like specific name. Like Charisse.
Yeah. Zaya or something.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Like
Right. If it's Sarah, like, who knows? But I mean, you couldn't.
Yeah, I mean
if my ex named their kid Jack, I'd be like, okay.
like, come on.
Be like, you believe that that's
all
a
right,
coincidence?
like you're trying to
Like,
still fuck,
right.
I remember what I was gonna say. It doesn't really apply anymore, but it was so I was putting cheating above armed robbery, as long as nobody's hurt, because the dude on YouTube, the Larry Lawton guy, was saying that like part of the reason he didn't get like a crazy sentence was like none of the store owners testified against him, because like they didn't hate him, dude. Like he just robbed the store and then they just got a fat insurance check, and he said like 70% of the places he robbed just like shut down and like took their check and retired.
Mm-hmm.
So like it was the insurance companies that like really hated him.
Wow.
And like fuck insurance companies. Nobody.
So the
gives a
people that
fuck
got
about
robbed
them.
weren't even pissed, really?
No, dude, because
They're
they
kind of thankful.
because they probably made money off the robbery. Because
100%.
like nobody, when they make an insurance claim, doesn't milk the number. Like everybody milks the numbers.
100%.
So like if there's like 100 grand in damage, you're like, yeah, I mean it was 150 grand in damage. Like I mean, I need 200 maybe though.
All right. I think it's time for the TikTok of the week. It's a sick one this time.
Yeah.
No comedy, but
What's this guy's name?
this guy
So
is
we can shout him
Carnival.
Carnival.
On TikTok.
CARNEYVAL.
Basically, he makes these sick mixes, and there's like literally too many to show you guys because there's so many cool ones, but we'll show you one. But yeah, he basically just mashes up songs, and he's fucking good at it, and they're fire as fuck. And if he had any kind of an actual plug on a real platform, we would give it to him. Maybe he does, and we're just not informed. But
Yeah, I don't know. He might have shit on SoundCloud. I don't know, but just follow him on TikTok because he posts a lot of good shit on TikTok.
yeah, just check him out if you like this.
This one's Post Malone, Camila Cabello. Camila? Is that Camila?
Camilla.
Camilla? No, there's only one L. Camila Cabello. Camilla.
Camila Cabello, right? Because there's two.
No, it's
L's at the
definitely
end.
Cabello.
Oh, okay. And the baby.
But Camilla doesn't sound right. Sounds like chameleon. The baby and Bruno Mars. So here we go.
Said she tired of money, need a big boy. Pull up 20-inch blades like I'm Lil Troy. Now it's everybody fucking need a decoy. Shorty racing on the vodka with the liquor. 100 bands in my pocket, it's on me. 100 deep when I roll it, be on me. Get more bottles, these bottles are lonely. It's a moment when I show up, God, I'm saying wow.
Dude, that transition is nice.
I kind of like the one with the baby though.
The baby's in this.
I know. I'm saying the
This
transition.
next transition. This one is nice too.
Turn on the dad.
Oh.
Get what she learned from her dad. I don't be tripping on this shorty. I let her do whatever she please. I don't be kissing on this shorty. She don't be kissing on me. She came with you and left me. I went up and that's call it leave. Don't let her cross. She ain't gonna end up buying her some rings. So they know what she wants. She make me take it off. She sees me.
Yeah, just it's just straight fucking fire spewing from the speakers.
See, like, I feel like
Like that's talent.
why
right there.
can't you just like why can't all those artists just like allow him
Right.
to have the rights and just release like a crazy album of just like insane remixes?
It might start
Still give them.
It might start diluting the originals though, because any fire song would also have like 10 different remixes.
Well, that's like Childish Gambino. He got to be a little pissed.
For what?
He did This Is America, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like all these like protest videos with This Is
yeah.
America,
Yes,
they all have congratulations
Oh
in the background.
yes.
All of them.
Right.
So like Post Malone's like, Like that
getting the
remix is
clout
like
off
so.
of it.
It just sounds like perfect. It sounds
yeah.
like a little more hype. I
It's
don't know.
awesome. It's almost like gives me the chills more.
Yeah, it's just like it's built. It's like more of a build up. I don't know.
Emotional. But yeah, episode 11, relationships.
Yeah.
Let us know what you agreed with, what you don't agree with. Honestly, we said some pretty controversial, powerful statements, in my opinion.
Arrest cheaters 2021.
Oh, yeah. There should definitely be a legal punishment or at least something you can file, like a restraining order or something. But not a restraining order,
like
but
something
like
that
something
fucks
else.
their life
right.
up.
Something that, like, no, it should just be like community service. Hey, why are you here picking up trash? Oh.
I cheated on my boyfriend.
Oh, dude. What happened? It's like, hey, you want to get a drink after this?
Dude, what if they... That's not a bad idea. It might stop people.
Like make them do like some civil duties.
Like if you get caught cheating, 100 hours of community service, guaranteed.
Right. But then, I mean, people that cheat, like they'll find something, you know, they'll find a way.
But why don't, like, I don't get why you don't just be like, yo, let's be done.
Exactly. It doesn't make any sense.
And then literally from there, go down the street and go get fucked.
Because people that cheat are literally just the garbage of the earth, the actual like fucking trash cans. If you listen to this and you cheat, like fuck you from me. Fuck you.
Feces.
Trash, dog. Get the fuck off the airwaves.
Yeah, get the fuck off the airway. But anyways, thanks for listening. If you don't cheat, thank you. Truly.
Yeah.
Thank you for being a supporter of the podcast. Follow us on Instagram at the Tube Station Pod. That's where we throw up our dope graphics with every episode. We're going to start getting going here. Thank you again to Brandon Sickles for the new art.
Yes, Sickle at sickles.art on Instagram.
Please press the subscribe button.
Appreciate
It
it,
costs
brother.
$0 to subscribe on whatever
$0.
platform that you listen to. And, you know, we'll see you next time.
Yeah, we'll catch you on the flip. Peace out.
Is that the right?
Huh?
It's not the right button.
It's not the right button.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Signature song time.
And we'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening.